Which football team does Emma Paton support? Sky Sports Darts stars number 1 side revealed. Hello, welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Emma Paton has been a regular fixture on screens throughout the PDC World Championships and is now a much-loved figure for darts fans. Sky Sports Darts presenter Emma Paton once revealed that she is an avid supporter of Manchester United. The hosting Supremo has been a constant fixture on UK screens for the duration of the Worlds at Alexandra Palace. In recent years she has become the broadcaster's primary presenter for other darts events too, such as the Premier League and the World Matchplay. Paton has excelled in bringing numerous sports to the masses during her time with Sky but seems to have settled into a groove with darts. However, fans wondering just which football team she supports needn't worry any longer, as the popular anchor actually revealed her allegiance to the Red Devils during a trip to the Women's FA Cup final between United and Chelsea back in May 2023. It was before the game that Paton posted a selfie of herself walking along Wembley Way. Wearing a United shirt, she captioned the post, "Wembley bound. Come on Man Utd women," clearly leaving her loyalties in no doubt. While Paton has bewitched viewers with her extensive knowledge and cool under-pressure demeanor, not many fans will know that her ability to perform on the biggest stage is possibly due to her past. Originally an Olympic standard athlete over 400 meters, who trained with former Commonwealth Games heptathlon champion Kelly Southerton, Paton was an ace on the track before stepping back into sports journalism. "Some of the best years of my life were spent training at Loughborough University and mixing with arguably the best 400-meter runners in the country," she once said. However, her pivot to Sky seems to have more than paid off. "I've been at Sky for 12 years, working longer behind the camera than in front of it, 7 years on the production team at Good Morning Sports Fans, Sky Sports News breakfast show, getting up at 3 a.m. to edit interviews, prepare scripts and design graphics," she said. She went on to explain how she ended up making darts her niche. "My dream was to be a Sky Sports presenter, not to be sat in newsroom cutting Jose Mourinho press conferences into 20-second clips, and I spent years literally knocking on doors to see if there was an opportunity. I owe a lot of what I do now to a guy called Rory Hopkins, who produced the darts for decades on Sky. When Dave Clark, who presented our coverage so brilliantly for so long, decided to take a step back from doing it, I remember getting an email from Rory which simply said, 'Do you like darts?' And I thought, darts? Yeah, okay, it's a sport I hadn't worked in before and I've followed a legend, which is what Clarky is, and I was diving into a whole new environment." While she had lofty shoes to fill when Clark retired from Sky in 2020, Paton also had to follow. Ruben Amorim in behind-the-scenes row with Man United player who now wants to leave the club. The report claims that Manchester United star wants to leave after a bust-up with manager Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim has reportedly had a behind-the-scenes row with a Manchester United star who wants to leave the club. Amorim left Marcus Rashford out of his squad for 4 consecutive fixtures before bringing him back in as a substitute in the 2-0 loss to Newcastle. But Amorim encountered a different issue with another forward after brutally substituting Joshua Zirkzee just 32 minutes in after an ineffective display. Trailing after goals from Alexander Isak and Joelinton, Amorim elected to take off the Dutchman for midfielder Kobbie Mainoo. His departure from the pitch was met by sarcastic cheers by fans at Old Trafford, and after putting on his coat, Zirkzee ran down the tunnel before returning and taking his place on the bench minutes later. Zirkzee is said to have had tears in his eyes in the tunnel after the humiliation, and a new report from Corriere dello Sport, via The Sun, claims the 23-year-old has been involved in a row with Amorim and is looking to leave on loan. He only signed for United in the summer from Bologna, but it's claimed the former Bayern Munich could end up at Juventus, managed by his former boss Thiago Motta. Napoli and Inter Milan have also been touted as potential suitors for Zirkzee, who has scored just 4 goals in 26 appearances since his £36 million switch. Juve sporting director Cristiano Giuntoli refused to mention Zirkzee by name but confirmed the club are keeping an eye on any interesting opportunities. Amorim comments on Zirkzee humiliation. Amorim was asked about his decision to withdraw Xerxes in his post-match interview and expressed sympathy with the forward, who he claimed was suffering while linking up on the left of a front three. He also revealed the two had a conversation after the game. "You have to think about the team and also the player because the player is suffering," Amorim told Sky Sports. "I've been there. I felt the team was suffering and needed another midfielder. It was really tough on me to do that, and I spoke with Josh because it is really important to express the message. It's important to know the players, and I know that Josh is a really good guy. When he went to the tunnel, I can understand there are some guys in a bad way, he is in a good way because he is a good guy. We will support Josh and continue." 14th placed United returned to action on Sunday with an almighty clash away at Premier League and Champions League leaders Liverpool. Manchester United supporters have had their say on the proposed price that Marcus Rashford could leave for, and it has divided the fanbase. Rashford, 27, has fallen out of favour with Ruben Amorim in recent weeks and was left out of United's 20-man matchday squads for 4 consecutive matches: Manchester City, Tottenham, Bournemouth and Wolves. Man United have £450 million relegation contingency plan with Adidas as finance expert explains. Stunning deal. Relegation is something we never thought would be a conversation topic for Manchester United this season. However, after 5 losses in December, it is no longer a laughable prospect. Instead, Manchester United are 7 points off the drop zone in January. Ruben Amorim is in the worst form of his career and has even mentioned that relegation talk is the shock United need. These struggles have got some beginning to question what if. What if Manchester United really got relegated? Well, the Telegraph has raised one interesting point, which is the shirt sponsorship situation. It is revealed that Adidas have the power to terminate their £900 million deal with United at a season's notice if the club are relegated. Alternatively, Adidas could reduce their payments by 50% for 1 year, should the impossible happen and United drop down. Manchester United have a plan to handle Adidas' relegation blow. Speaking with finance expert Adam Williams, United in Focus understands that there is a contingency plan in place. This situation shows how carefully kit deals are fine-tuned to protect either party if certain events come to pass, especially when they are as stunning in terms of value and length like United's with Adidas. There are, however, a number of misconceptions about the relationship between manufacturer and club in these arrangements. One is that, at the elite end of the spectrum, the club and the manufacturer are reliant on shirt sales for the success of the deal. If United were in the Championship, they would still sell over 1 million shirts. I don't think Adidas would be hurt too badly from that perspective. United themselves also wouldn't suffer greatly either because they only take a small cut of the proceeds in any case, with the vast majority of the revenue from the deal coming from the base fee, not shirt sale. Because United being in the Championship would be such a novelty, there could even be a sort of bounce effect that would see fans almost buying shirts in defiance. Adidas would leverage on that from a marketing perspective, of course. That would further insulate both parties from taking a major hit in terms of sales. So you might therefore ask, why would Adidas slash the fee they pay United if they were relegated? The answer is because of the detrimental effect in terms of brand exposure and association. I've seen some people suggest that because United in the second tier would be must-see TV, that would mean that the number of eyeballs on Adidas's Man United branded products and logo would not suffer because so many people would be tuning for the novelty of it alone. That might be true in the short term, but the effect would not sustain itself over the course of the season. There is a reason the Premier League's TV deal is worth £12.25 billion and the EFL's £935 million. Adidas brand exposure would be decimated. The other. Manchester United have an obvious transfer target that is perfect for Ruben Amorim and his system. Man United need to add to their attack in 2025, and one player is becoming increasingly suitable for Ruben Amorim's vision. There was once a time when Manchester United could hand-pick the Premier League's cream of the crop and face next to no competition for their signatures. However, as the landscape of the transfer market has changed and United's woes have worsened over the past decade, the club has often been forced down the route of signing from abroad. In this decade alone, for example, United have made 26 first-team signings on permanent deals and only Mason Mount has arrived directly from a Premier League counterpart, signing from Chelsea in July 2023. Providing United stave off the increasing threat of relegation and are preparing for the first full season of the Ruben Amorim era as a Premier League club this summer, they should be looking to shop in the West London region again. Scoring goals, not for the first time in recent seasons, has been a massive problem for United so far this term, highlighted by their paltry tally of just 21 in their opening 19 Premier League matches. In contrast, Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo has scored 11 on his own. The Cameroonian international moved to within one goal of matching Chelsea's Cole Palmer and Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak's tallies of 12 by opening the scoring in the Bees' 3-1 defeat to Arsenal on New Year's Day. He fired Thomas Frank's side in front with a trademark left-footed finish, beating David Raya at his near post. Mbeumo, who has only been outscored in the Premier League this season by Mohamed Salah, Erling Haaland, Palmer and Isak, has been directly involved in 13 league goals in 19 matches this season. He racked up 15 direct goal contributions last term and 17 the season prior. Directly involved in 45 goals in his last 82 Premier League appearances highlights his excellent consistency. His numbers, without a doubt, make him one of the Premier League's best players. What is all the more impressive is that Mbeumo, 25, is not an out-and-out striker, though he can operate through the middle if required. He is at his best coming in off the right flank and causing havoc with his left foot. He often finds pockets of space in the right channel and regularly looks to cut inside and shoot on his left foot. It has become a trademark theme of Brentford's play ever since they signed him from Troyes in 2019, at which point they were in the Championship. Under Amorim, United have transitioned to a 3-4-3 formation, meaning there is an expectation for the wingbacks to provide width. They are key to the shape and United desperately need to upgrade their left-sided options. However, on the right, Ahmad has caught eye when deployed in the wingback role, despite starting the last 4 Premier League matches as the right-sided number 10 in the front three. The Ivorian has not been as effective in